G'day guys, Chris here from TribeFit, and I am with a very special guest, Tiffanee. How are you going today, Tiffanee?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, really good. And for everyone watching this at home, whereabouts are you based in the world?
I'm based in Melbourne.
Fantastic. And how's the weather in Melbourne today?
Funnily enough, every time I speak to you, it goes from okay to a torrential downpour, and that just happened today.
It must be a bad luck omen for the weather in Melbourne then. All good. All good. Cool. Thanks for your time today, Tiffanee. And basically, today I just wanted to do a quick interview for everyone watching this at home. Tiffanee's absolutely fantastic trainer, heaps of knowledge, heaps of expertise, doing some phenomenal stuff. If you haven't checked her out yet, check out her Facebook pages, her programs, all that sort of stuff. She's recently doing some ambassadorship stuff, I think, with one of Australia's biggest fitness magazines called Oxygen. Is that right? An ambassadorship, or what is it called?
Um, I got chosen as a finalist in their cover model competition. So fingers crossed. We'll find out in 3 to 4 weeks if I'm going to hit the cover.
Ah, fantastic. Well, hopefully we can get this interview out way before that. And guys, if you are watching this and you do love the tips that Tiffanee gives across, then check out her page. If I'm not sure when they close the voting, but if it's not closed by the time you check it out, get in there and hit the
Close.
vote button as much as you can. So hopefully Tiffanee gets up and on the cover of the magazine, which would be fantastic. But anyways, back to today. So Tiffanee, you are previously a face-to-face trainer, more recently an online trainer, and are you still doing face-to-face as well?
I am still doing face to face. Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
fantastic. And I guess in terms of yourself, with your online course, what's your area of expertise? What's your niche, your space?
I guess, funnily enough, and this is what made going online such a big leap for me, is my background is boxing. So I got into fitness only 5 years ago through doing a corporate boxing challenge, and I did some boxing for about 3 years. I've only been a personal trainer for 2 years,
Okay.
or just going on 2 years actually. So it all happened quite quickly. Boxing's definitely my area. I work out of a corporate boxing gym in Melbourne, and the idea of going online has always sat in the back of my mind, and it's always been a one-day thing, but it's always been something because of my area of specialisation being boxing rather than transformation and bodies and people and everything like that and food. I think it always sat in that one-day space
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, cool. And what made you decide to finally kick off and push forward in the online space?
Okay, well, that happened in March this year. I went for my first holiday. I took my first bit of time off that I'd taken since becoming a personal trainer, so that's 2 years. And I took off after just recovering from a shoulder injury. I took off to Thailand with a group of friends, and we did a boxing retreat. So I landed in Thailand, and this wave of sort of reality and a little bit of dread came over me immediately, and I was just like, oh my god, this can't be a once in a 2 year thing. Like
Yeah.
that's no way to live. Like, this is being able to do this and get away needs to be in my agenda more often. So it was really that brought it to a one day thing to a this wheels need to get in motion for this, and it needs to happen. It needs to be a priority. So yeah, I made a decision in March, and I think that was about when I contacted you guys. March, maybe April. We got back in about April, so I think I got in touch with you guys, scheduled a call, had a quick chat in April, and jumped on from there.
Phenomenal. Well, first and foremost, I've done a corporate boxing event in the past, and I'm pretty sure you'd probably beat me in a ring anyway. So I wouldn't want to be jumping really into some of the content.
I'm
After
happy to test the theory.
after the corporate event, I pretty much hung up the gloves. I did win. I won on point, but that was probably win one and give up from there because that's about all as best as I was going to get anyway. 100% win, but
undefeated record.
yeah, exactly right. I don't know about getting in any ring with McGregor or Mayweather anytime soon for any big dog fights, but all good. But yeah, so how many online clients have you got at the moment?
I've got 11. I've got, so do you want to tell me the story of the launch?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So I did my course with you guys and sort of hit things like a bull at a gate, started implementing things straight away, but I really found that I jumped. I didn't watch through the videos and action everything in the right order. And I think I contacted you maybe, I'd seen out my 8 weeks and I hadn't completed everything and I jumped backwards and forwards and I contacted you and I think I told you that, hey, I'd done some lead generation, but I'd let my leads go cold. And basically, your advice was, this was in June. Your advice was you need to do a relaunch. So just go back, relaunch, get some new leads, and follow them up from there.
Yeah.
So I did that in June, and in my first 30 days, I got 11 clients,
Yeah.
11 paying clients, and that was for an 8-week program.
Yeah.
And they're all still rolling at the moment. So I've picked up a few more since then. And now I'm looking at adding some new program durations and maybe just targeting some different markets.
Fantastic. Well, hats off first and foremost in as you said, relaunching, going back, getting that launch, getting that success with the launch as well, and probably secondly, holding those clients for so long. A lot of people I speak to say, "Oh, if I put together an 8-week program, a 12-week program, will people continue on with me? Will they re-sign up?" And I guess from your experience, how have you found that?
I found it really good. I based my program very much on what I saw as an educational program. So I pitched it and I wanted people to be able to walk away at the end of 8 weeks with new capabilities and new knowledge to go and do it themselves. So that was my point of difference, I felt. I was going to teach them about nutrition, teach them about how to put their own meal plans together, teach them about how to get through all the tough times when it comes to training and how to understand what they're training and why their training is structured the way it's structured. But what you find is when they get to the end of that 8 weeks, there's still questions, there's still that accountability that they want, there's still that little bit of teamwork and that reassurance. So yeah, I generally want to, what can we do from this point? As that's approaching, it's always what happens at the end of 8 weeks.
Awesome, fantastic. Well, hats off on that, and probably the biggest thing, the biggest praise I can give you is that if you are, and to everyone listening in on this at home and watching this interview, is that if you actually do care, you actually do have good programs, you actually do give support and help to people, and you approach everything with that in mind frame to start with, then you will get clients that absolutely love you. You'll get clients that will get great results. You'll get clients who want to stick with you long term. And whenever I get asked the question, will people re-sign up? I guess I always answer that with a question back saying, well, are you actually going to deliver what you say you're going to deliver? Are you actually an expert in the space? And if they are, then of course, why would people want to? Unless, of course, some people, small percentage of people will be where they want to, and it's all good and still sing your praises. But if you do a good job, obviously like you are, Tiffanee, then people are more than happy to stay on and continue on and continue getting the help.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. All right. So I guess in terms of yourself, Tiffanee, anyone that's listening in at home who's maybe went down a similar path and had tried in some way, shape, or form to get online clients and maybe felt like they didn't go off with a big bang, what advice would you give them in regards to going at it again and making sure that it's a success?
I guess the biggest thing that I felt resonated with my clients was the thing that I thought was going to make it the hardest, and that was offering people what I saw as being valuable. And like I said, that was the knowledge and the empowerment of, I don't just want to give you a plan. I want to give you the understanding behind the plan. I want to give you the science. I want to give you the psychology behind it. And I want to give you the ability to control all of that yourself and to understand it. So, and I didn't expect people to really resonate with that. I didn't expect people to want to take everything into their own hands and be able to walk away for the rest of their life controlling that. I think I expected that everyone wants the Michelle Bridges 12-week program that's this, and this, and, like, just a structure, and they don't want to know the rest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the very thing. Like, I just couldn't believe the people that came to me, the people that are in my gym every single day and they're doing classes, the people that I look at and I think that they're fit and I think that they eat well and I think that they are motivated and they don't need any assistance. And they were the people that came to me. They were the people that contacted me when I put out information saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And it blew me away. So don't think that they're standing right by you and know personal trainer and know about food. Don't think that they don't want your help.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's phenomenal, Tiffany. I guess just to sum up, exactly as you said, there is, when you go online, you literally have access to millions and millions of people. And yes, the Michelle Bridges, and for those of you that are watching this from other countries and aren't aware of Michelle Bridges is kind of like the Jillian Michaels of Australia and all other country versions on The Biggest Loser. And she has a program, very structured, very straightforward, and quite generic. And that's awesome for some people. But then there are always other people looking for other things, whether it's more customization, different processes, different aspects, or a different coach or a different expert to help them more specifically. So I guess it's kind of backing yourself and knowing that you only need a handful of people from the world to resonate with what you do. So as long as you put out what you do, what you preach, what you believe in, and you do it in the right way and shine it in the best light possible, then you will attract the people towards you that actually want that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, and what's in terms of the future, Tiffanee? What's the future in the next 6 months from now? What are people going to be expecting coming from yourself?
Look, I guess I do want to continue on growing that online space. I want to grow my corporate online space as well. So I've been putting a couple of pictures out there and getting some really great feedback from people that are interested in taking what I offer online and putting it into a corporate scene. So it's freeing up my time from the face-to-face to get into that more life-changing and corporate work.
Cool. Awesome. And
stay tuned. And getting on the cover of Oxygen.
Definitely. Getting on the cover of Oxygen Mag, then thereafter getting on the cover of, I don't know, Women's Health and Fitness, and then some other huge magazine thereafter, and going from there and conquering the world, yeah?
Yeah, and there'll be a Tiffanee & Co. Fitness magazine.
Exactly right. No, that'd be a perfect fit. Well, look, before we finish up, Tiffanee, I'm going to put you on the spot here. If you don't have anything, that's all good. I asked this of a guy last week, and it kind of put him on the spot. But do you have any one-liners of wisdom that you would give out there to anyone that's either A, hasn't started their online fitness business yet, or B, has started and has a couple of clients, but kind of feels like they can't get to the next level they want to?
Yeah, sell before you're ready. Sell before you're ready. It was the biggest mistake I didn't make, and I had arguments with my business coach. He said, you need to lead generate and make sales calls. And I said, I'm not ready. The structure's not ready. My processes aren't ready. I've got nothing to sell, and I can't. And I don't feel right talking to people when what you do. And I say, because in my head I go, well, I don't really fucking do anything right now. So my biggest thing was, well, I don't do anything, so how can I charge you X amount every week for 8 weeks when I don't actually do that? So sell the program, and then everything falls into place. Trust me, everything just runs smoothly from there, and all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, I'm actually really good at this. I'm really worth it.
Beautiful. Well, that's pretty solid advice, I would say, Tiffany. And exactly that. It's if you got fear of the unknown, just feel the fear and do it anyway. Is a nice quote that I like. And once you get the ball rolling, as you said, you realize that you're the shit, and everything's going good, and you are worth charging what you're charging, and people will chase after you to get that help. So look, really appreciate your time, Tiffanee. Like I said, everyone, if you are watching this, check out everything Tiffanee's doing. She's absolutely doing a phenomenal job, a cracker job. And when you do check her out, if the voting hasn't closed yet, get in there, get your friends in there, get your family in there. Everybody vote. Make sure we get Tiffanee on the cover of that magazine, and it will be a big team effort. So looking forward to that, Tiff, and going to post this in the group in coming weeks, and no doubt heaps of people are going to get a lot of value out of it. So I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks so much, guys. You're awesome.
Not a problem. Have a great day, and we'll speak soon, no doubt.
Okay, bye, Chris.
See ya.